Alright, got another game with Darkrai and Hydreigon here, and we finally get to showcase what is my favorite lead in this deck. And really the reason I picked this deck up and started playing it seriously. You know, it's been out since this time last year, but I never really had that terrible amount of interest in it. I guess maybe it's taken me this long to get over that whole White Nuzlocke thing. But anyway, Victini EX, you know, we already run 4 Blend GRPDs, and this deck I actually run 2 Prism as well. And 6 Dark Energy, so half of my energy is already providing fire. Victini EX with Turbo Energize just throws down energy out of your deck onto your field, and you know that's sort of one of the difficulties sometimes in a deck like this. Hydreigon, you know, you can keep the energy on board, but it's nice to be able to just bam, get it out there really quick, and that is definitely something Victini is good at. The only time I don't want to see it flipped over is if my opponent's got Plasma Curum and a turn 1 Frost Sphere with the Silver Bangle. But other than that, I put down that second Darkrai there. I think that was probably a mistake, as that allowed I-JaXx to deal 60 damage instead of just 40. You know, I would have been safe to take this 40. Then I could have benched the Darkrai on the next turn and only would have had 10 HP left. Should Victini get attacked again. But anyway, Victini definitely did its job, got me the turn 2 Night Spear that I wanted, and there is a catcher, and it's going to be a knockout on this Victini momentarily with a I-JaXx. See what he wants to do first, though. However, there is an N in my hand, and there is a Juniper from him, so he's going to get in down to 4 cards if he does take this knockout. Drops down a second Darkrai, and he's going to be an Ultra Ball momentarily. Thinking about what to discard. Of course, item cards are always not that bad to discard with a Darkrai deck. Looks like there's a catcher and something else got discarded. And that's going to go out to already 2 Darkrai's on the field. There's a Sableye. It's certainly a good thing to pick, although depending on what I get off this end, that might not necessarily be a good thing. So there's going to be a I-JaXx, and Victini's going to go down. It's going to take 2 prizes, go up to 5 cards in his hand, but we're going to immediately end that down back to 4. And let's see, we got an Ultra Ball. Can't play a Dark Patch yet. You know, I don't think I'm going to need this Absol. I think attacking with Darkrai is going to be superior pretty much all the time. At this point, I'm thinking it's not going to be a Darkrai Garbodor, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of Absol and Tool Scrapper. I should not need those. But what I am going to need is Virizion EX. He's got that Burbank City Gym, and you know I want to be able to block the status conditions. And here's this Prism in my hand. I really think about attaching it to the active, because that would give me status protection with Virizion EX's Verdant Wind, providing that grass energy, of course. But I've already got 3 energy on the Darkrai. I don't have Dark Trance. I might not have it next turn, even. So I decided to go ahead and play conservative with my energy and just go ahead and attach it to the bench. But that Sableye is going to get knocked out with a catcher, and it's going to be a double knockout on Sableye and on Absol. So taking away the energy from his board pushes up the Absol for some reason, and also takes away his option to Junk Hunt. He's going to have to have a Dark Patch if he's going to have a Junk Hunt, because he'll have to attach to retreat the Darkrai. But there's a Laser, flips heads, and I'm really going to hope that I wake up here. Otherwise, I'll feel silly for not retreating. But actually, I got a rare candy out of the prizes off that double knockout, and that's gonna be really big. I see a Skyla come down. Every time my opponent plays a supporter that's not named in, I breathe a sigh of relief when I have a good hand. So that was definitely one of those times. I wake up anyway. However, because of being able to rare candy into Hydreigon, I'm just gonna be able to do this right here. I'm gonna Dark Trance this Prism up there. And because of Verdant Wind, the status condition is now healed. And I'm just going to go ahead and leave that Prism up there, in fact. Attach that Dark from the hand. And Night Spear, 90-30. And we are in business right now. We got 5 energy on board. We would like to get one more Dark type on my bench. So if this active Darkrai gets knocked out, I can Dark Patch to it. And then, of course, trance the energy up. But overall, things are going quite well. We got that awesome double knockout on the Sableye and the Absol that really set my opponent back. Plays a Laser for no effect. That is legal to play. It has an effect, it's just blocked by Virizion, and he was going to Juniper it away anyway. So it looks like a silly play, but whatever. May as well play a card and flip a coin, right? Flipping coins is fun. This Darkrai on the bench is getting powered up. This one that's active, though, not so much. So I get a catcher, and that is going to allow me to get the preemptive punch on this Darkrai on the bench, and probably just about seal this game up, I believe. As now, you know, the one Sableye's gone, Absol's gone, so that's you know, a little bit more of a quick attacker. And yeah, this one's gonna go down, and I believe there is that 150? Looks like there's might be 3 50s on that Darkrai on the bench. I think that is indeed the case. So, you know, can't really catch or stall right now. We have Dark Trance and Dark Cloak to give anything free retreat. Ultra Ball. Can't really think of too much that's going to be helpful here. You know, maybe pushing up a Sableye and trying to junk hunt something could slow me down, but see what he does. There is an energy on the Sableye and a Colress. All right, so we could certainly see a junk hunt here and maybe get back in the game. But I believe I've got a 4-prize turn coming on if this active position stays the way it is. You know, that's what Darkrai does really well, spreading the damage around, setting up these multiple knockout turns to conserve your, you know, have these prizes where you can take a bunch of them at once and just swoop in and steal the game while not, you know, exposing yourself to the threat of in. And also this Darkrai Hydreigon deck, you know, it can often play off its field to some extent, you know, just rotating between healthy Darkrai's and just moving the energy in between those. If there's a catcher under the Virizion and a laser, which, you know, not too relevant since I can always just push that Prism up there, but there's going to be 140 comboed onto that Virizion EX, but ultimately it's going to be 4-0. I'm not even sure if in-game I realize that I have the win here, but I'm just going to move a Dark Energy up and proceed to retreat for free into, I guess, we'll let this Darkrai that's done all the work so far get the win. We're going to move that up there, and we're going to hit this Darkrai that I captured last turn with another Night Spear. And yeah, now I see that Darkrai does indeed have 150 on it, so it's going to be enough, just enough to take all 4 prizes that are remaining in 1 turn. And there's Max Potion. So yeah, we had the what even went down? I think a Darkrai. No, Victini went down. And other than that, you know, that Victini got knocked out, and we were able to, from there, play it in and really surge back and take control of the game. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll have more moving stuff around, giving stuff free retreat, and 90-30 all the time. Later days.